Welcome, my lovelies, to Mama Beyond Sight. And I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Welcome, welcome. Today we'll be speaking about how to activate your tarot cards. Okay. And some of the basics um, that you could use. Okay. This is not a one size fit all because depending on your spiritual guide or your guardian angel, um, this might vary, okay? But the basics is the same, okay? As we've learned all our spiritual tools, um, and even items that we don't use spiritually, um, when you become open, uh, even the simplest thing as a pillow, a bed sheet, a pair of pants, dress, etc., must be cleared of energy. Okay, flowers, etc. Um, as we've learned, all things hold energy. Okay, so the only energy we want on these items are our energy and positive energies. So when it comes to tarot cards, they must be cleared also. All right, we cannot wet them because of their obviously paper, right? But shh. There are other process that we could do. Shh. As I told, we spoke about clearing our candles and activating it with an intention. All right, and you could find that in one of my other videos. Shh. If you're interested, um, leave me a comment and I will repeat. So always when we're doing spiritual work, we light up two candles. One for our ancestors, our spiritual guides, and first to Elegua. Elegua is um, our messenger in between worlds, our messenger from us to God or a special Orisha or special guide. He's Elegua is the open door. He will open or close the doors. So it's very important that we direct our prayer first to Elegua and show him praises and gratitude for his presence in our uh, existence. So we will put one candle on our table and we will put another one here for our spiritual guides as we cleanse our cards. Okay, so once again, one size does not fit all. But with this basic teaching, it would help you um, connect with your spiritual guide that deals with the tarot cards. Okay, because not just any spiritual guide um, deals with the tarot cards. You might have a Hitana, you might have a Congo, a Madama. You know, won't be surprised if a Congo does some spiritual reading also. But it could be an angel assisting you in the in the reading. So if you're not sure who is um, helping you with your spiritual readings, you know this teaching that I'm about to show you is going to assist you in clarifying a lot of that. Okay, so As I always say, we use song, we use prayers, meditation, drumming, uh, chanting, you know, um, bell sounds, ringing the bell, okay, to call in that spirit. I don't have my maraca. Okay, that's some spirits will choose for you to ring the bell. Some will use knocks. Elegua, you knock on the floor, and elegua, um, you would have to knock on the floor 3 times and speak to him, because when he was live on this earth, he was a child. He died as a child. So, Elegua, you have to speak to him to everything. I'm ringing this bell, you know, Elegua. I'm invoking you and asking permission for you to open doors or close doors if you looking for that. Um, and praise him. You know, if you're putting a white candle, you say, I'm placing this white candle in your name. Um, I offer you this white candle. You have to go into details, is what I'm saying, with Elegua. All the time. All the time. Even when you're picking up, let's say you placed an offering that it will be a food, you will have to um, salute him. He likes to be called with the maracas. Um, you would have to speak to him again. I'm picking up this offering, and thank you, etc. And that will be another video. But today we're getting off the path. It's about the tarot cards, but it's important because Elegua is in every single spiritual uh, ritual or praising that we do. Okay, Elegua is in the forefront. Okay, it's very important that you remember that and keep him up front. So after we light up our candles and we do our prayers, we I put my cards in my so I don't forget. Sorry. So we cleanse the cards. Let me put it over here so they don't fall. Let me see if I find a perfect spot. Wait, I'll put it right there. Okay. So the way we're gonna cleanse our cards, and there are many different ways. Again, this is not one size fit all, but this is what has worked for me. Okay, this is what was taught to me. So, let me see. Mark the card. I'm sorry. So anyway, we're gonna get a white cloth, and after you've cleansed everything, you have to cleanse and purify. Um, we'll be able to lay our cards. All right. So let's say we um we um we cleanse our cards with intention, right? And then we place them on the white cloth, and we're going to use certain types of herb. You don't have to, but this is the way I was taught. Okay, you could get dry leaves, dry herbs as um bay leaf, okay, and you put a couple. Don't break the bay leaves. Put 3 bay leaves on the table on the cloth. You use some dry herbs. I'm not gonna sprinkle it there, but you get the picture, right? We are going to use bay leaves. We're going to use altamisa, which is mugwort, okay? And we're going to use mejorana, which is margarine. Margarine. Google it, okay? And if you can't find that, you put open road, okay? And those 3 herbs, um, mejorana, margarine, um, altamisa, mugwort, and open road. Okay, if you only find 2 of those, it's okay because we're going to use the bay leaves that you could find just about anywhere. All right, and this is going to purify and protect and amp up your card's energies. And then on top of the herbs, we're gonna take our cacarilla and we're gonna scrape some off, and we're gonna sprinkle it on top. Okay, as we're doing our prayer, calling in the energy, and then we're gonna lay our cards on there. I know. All right. Um, we're going to look through the deck, and I want you to find your the um hopefully this is it, the Empress card, and we're going to put that on top of the deck. The Empress and the High Priestess. We're going to take those 2 cards and we're going to put it on top of the deck. We're going to take the Moon card and we're going to put it on the bottom of the deck. Why? Because these are the most um um cards that we use to activate your, I don't know if it's upside down or, but you get the picture. Your High Priestess, your Empress goes on the front, and your Moon card goes on the back. Um, the Moon, we all know that activates your crystals, certain rituals. It also activates your um, tarot cards. Okay, whether they gypsy cards, any type of tarot cards. Bidisca as just just be you get what I mean, right? I know Mama has a problem with pronouncing certain words, but it's okay. All right, your tarot cards. All right, so we're gonna wrap them up in those herbs, and then we're going to wrap them up in the white uh, handkerchief. Some people might want red, as I do, but for the beginning, if you choose to use red, that's fine. We wrap them up. I don't like to make a knot on it, but we don't want our cards to spill. And then what are we going to do with this? After the candle finish burning, we're going to take this pack of cards as is in the handkerchief, whether it's white or red, it's fine. Um, you're gonna put it under your pillow, and you're gonna sleep with your cards for 3 days under your pillow. On the third night, wait for the new moon, and you're gonna open up your cards, spread them out like a fan on a windowsill somewhere safe that they don't get damaged, and you're going to allow them to receive the rays of the moon. Okay, and you could light up Palo Santo before you put it in your handkerchief and blow Palo Santo on it or some type of incense to purify and activate your cards. Once again, always putting and cleansing energy from the tools that you use and placing your attention. So after you do the blowing the cigar, you wrap up your cards. Once again, you place it under your pillow for 3 days, and the next cycle of the new moon, you place it in somewhere where it could catch the rays of the full moon, the new full moon. And then you know, while this process is happening, make sure that you journal, because you will receive messages. You might have a vision of um, of the spirit that's going to help you read these cards. Okay, you might get a particular message, how they want you to activate, to place the cards. For example, after this process, my I have a gypsy, so she and a male gypsy, which is the one that I use a lot. Um, they like for me to have my cards um and place them in I have like a jewelry box, and they like a lot of gaudy jewelry, bulky jewelry, bracelets, earrings, dices, you know, tambourines, uh, perfumes. You know, they like a lot of that. Um, Coins. You know, they like for the cards to be in that surroundings. So your spiritual guide might like the same or might not. They might want something different. And that's where the process of putting the cards under your pillow so you could receive some messages. Okay. So by your bedside you would place a cup of water and once again call into the spirit and have a pen and pencil and paper nearby so you could jot down as soon as you receive some messages. Okay. So I'm not a traditional. I didn't bring out my other cards. I am not a traditional card reader. Um, I have studied the books, and as everyone knows, or if you don't know, when you buy a uh, box of tarot cards, it comes with a little paper of instructions, and it's good, but it really lacks in detail, right? But I went in my when I began reading tarot cards, I went and bought quite a few books, and there you receive more details. And today with technology, you could just Google it, right? But that's good to know. That's good to do, and because the cards have a lot of different symbols on it. Um, in the background, each symbol would mean a particular thing, right? So it's a lot to study. Might take years, you know, to really get into the card. All right. I would suggest to study the book if you choose to. But after the process of activating it, sit with each card, and analyze it. Look at it, study it. Go in between the small print, the large print, and the whole picture in the whole picture in its entirety, right? Because I was saying that when I studied the book and finally I started doing readings, I started getting messages in in my ear, or I would see visions in my with my third eye, and I would look at the card. And I'm like, no, that's not what I learned what the card meaning is. So, you won't be wrong if you listen to the voice within, or what you're seeing in your with your third eye, and not follow the meaning traditionally of the card, because it's always not right. You know, I allow myself to be geared by spirit, and whatever my spirit is telling me, it could be the opposite of what we're seeing in this card, you know. But that's okay, because who knows more? I think spirit does, right? What do you think? Leave me a comment. You know, have you experienced this? Do you read tarot cards? And you know, uh, what is your experience with it? You know, my experience is, half the time, or 80% of the time, spirit directs me to one little picture in the background of the card. You know, focus on that. You know, the spirit might tell you the focus on the whole card, or none at all, right? So this is a this is where your meditation, your research, and your practicing is going to work. All right. Maybe you will be like me. I half the time, uh even because I can't see, it doesn't matter. When I had better eyesight, I still wasn't able to match what spirit was saying in my head to the card. All right. And not to say doing tarot cards by the book is wrong. It just does not work that way for me. All right. Not all the time. So as we know, there's different ways of reading um, the Celtic cross, and that's another scenario. But I'm not going to go into that because that's going to be a long process, and I don't want to keep you any longer. If you're interested, I will go through the process with you. So you will have a Celtic cross. You could throw them any which way, any which way. Traditionally in the book, it tells you the Celtic cross. Yes and no questions. Um, the three cards, the present, the past, and the future. Um, they are different forms. Once again, this is going to lay or be directed with your spiritual guide. All right, my lovelies. So, if you have any questions, if you did not understand, rewind the video, my lovelies, um, or leave me a comment, and I will clarify once again for you. Okay, so that's the way I we activate our tarot cards. Okay, and keeping them in and once again, I can't even say that because it depends on your spiritual guide. You know, where do they want those cards placed? You know, how do they want them placed? Uh, Etc. You know, what deck of cards work with you better? All right. So, once again, if you have any questions, did not understand any some part of the video, excuse me, do leave me a comment. Remember, my lovelies, um, I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not, and we'll continue with our journey. All right, my lovelies, be blessed and be well. Remember, a small star shines brightly, and so do you, my lovelies. Cool. I'm gonna end it how? Like, share, and leave me a comment. And thank you to all my subscribers. Um, Mama Beyonce appreciates you. And we're trying to reach out 300 so we could go on with our party fest. But it's getting there. Mm, yeah. I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Smooches. Later.